What Great Falls businesses are helping veterans save money for today, November 11th, 2025? Well, let's find out. 1, 2, 3. The answer is in the Great Falls Daily Connection. Welcome to the show, and thank you for watching, and thank you for sharing, and we have over 70 subscribers now, and I appreciate that. So the whole goal of this show, it's a Great Falls-centric show on YouTube, designed for one thing in mind, so all of us can know what's going on, know what the news is, and all the events, so we can live Great Falls' best life and be informed. My name is Steve Keller. I'm with Keller Talent Productions, and of course, we do weddings, and I've been doing wedding receptions and been doing live music ever since I was a kid, literally. I was doing my own dances for junior high. May I toot my own horn? Just a second? Okay. My band did our own high school prom for our senior year in Kellogg, Idaho. So anyway, I've been doing this for a long time. If I can help out with your wedding to make it perfect for entertainment, either live music or DJ, that's what I'm about at Keller Talent Productions at 406-590-8856. That's kellertainment.com. And by Harmony in the Falls Yoga Studio, would you believe that they have an 8-week introductory course? Harmony in the Falls Yoga Studio is dedicated to bringing yoga to everybody in Great Falls. Now, the next class is starting November 29th after Thanksgiving. Spaces are limited. It's an all-inclusive price for $189. And it's for you if you've ever been nervous to take a yoga class, right? You've ever wanted to start yoga and didn't know where to start. I've had people saying, I'm not flexible enough to do yoga, but that's when you start. And it's for you if you desire to start a routine you can stick with that'll make you feel better. Included in the course, 90-minute workshop, t-shirt, access to up to 6 classes a week, that's 50 total hours, introduction to Ignite to Release Yoga, and special pricing on monthly memberships. Find out more, harmonyinthefallsyoga.com. You've got that QR code you can scan with something other than your phone if you're watching on a phone. And you can go to 105 Smelter Avenue Northeast, Suite 106 in the 2J's complex. And you can always contact Susan. Her email is susan@harmonyyogagf.com. Well, here we are for this Tuesday, and I promised you we're going to talk about what's going on to help out local veterans. There's a number of Great Falls establishments. They've confirmed special deals with a valid military ID. And so they're encouraging all military personnel to take advantage of this. Now, here's one of the things. Rib and Chop House is offering free ribs for freedom. Free ribs for veterans today. They're also donating a portion of sales to Warriors in Quiet Waters. You can also get a discount at a host of shops, like The Living Room, giving 15% off retail. Daydream Boutique has 20% off clothing and accessories, November 10th through the 12th. Gray & Company taking 15% off. Tracy's Family Restaurant downtown offering 25% off your entire bill today. Plus, they always give 15% off every Wednesday. And if you're looking for year-round savings, businesses like the Blue Rose, Whispering Petals, they do 10% off all year for veterans. The Club Cigar has $2 draft and well drinks year-round. And Electric City Coffee has a military discount with ID every day. Pretty good. It's a partial list. Many other businesses through downtown Great Falls may be offering specials. Just look for the military appreciation poster in the window. All right. So let's look at the forecast for what's going on. Do you see that is so blank right now? That's for November in Montana. The 7-day outlook, as you can see, for Great Falls, 60 for today, 61, Thursday, 68. You see those highs? Chance of precip, very, very light in the Great Falls area. So let's click on Great Falls. And this is directly from NOAA.gov. And you go to the Great Falls forecast. This is where everybody else gets their forecast from, the National Weather Service, which it says right there, this site will remain updated during the shutdown. So as you can see, for our forecast Veterans Day, 60 for today. Tonight, 33, increasing clouds. Tomorrow, 61 and mostly cloudy. And then for Thursday, a high of 68 and mostly sunny. Friday, 57. And looking ahead to Saturday, 53 and mostly sunny. And if you want to go over there, you can see the hourly weather forecast. And you can see exactly if you have something planned for possibly, tomorrow about 1 o'clock, you'll see about 59 degrees. So that's what you can see anytime. So on the Great Falls Daily Connection, what I promise is, again, news and events. So let's go to our Great Falls local news. And I tried something different here. So when I do talk about local news, I'll keep the card up right here. Says local news. That way on YouTube, you can skip ahead to see what the local news is, and then what the national news is, what's going on for today, then tomorrow, and coming soon. So let's get into it. Not a lot of local news, but we do have, of course, in addition to our Downtown Great Falls Association, showing its appreciation for our veterans. A teen is facing misdemeanor charges after an incident on a school bus. This was yesterday on Monday. Authorities say the 14-year-old brought a knife onto the bus heading to Great Falls High School. School rescue officers and a deputy safely took the teen into custody using what they called less lethal tools. No other students or staff were injured. There was a report for a missing 12-year-old from Browning that was last seen on November 6th, Cole Wagner, but he has been found. So I wanted to mention that's a good story there, and everything is okay. He's been located and now back with his family. Great Falls Daily Connection national news that affects Great Falls, Montana for November 11th, 2025. The U.S. Supreme Court has closed the door on a challenge to same-sex marriage. The High Court declined to hear an appeal from former Kentucky County Clerk Kim Davis, who was trying to overturn the 2015 landmark ruling of Obergefell versus Hodges. That decision legalized same-sex marriage across the entire country. Davis had argued that the ruling misused the 14th Amendment's due process clause and violated her own religious rights. The result of the 2015 decision is that today, about 823,000 same-sex couples are still married in the United States. Great Falls Daily Connection events for today. Veterans Day going on at 11 o'clock. Maybe this is past the time that you see this broadcast, but is going on at the University of Providence, 11 till 12:30. That's at 1301 20th Street South, Great Falls. And we have Veterans Day Patriotic Songs and Sing-O starting at 6:30 at Annie's Tap House. And remember, like I said earlier, we have our downtown Military Appreciation Days. Look for the poster at participating locations and present your military ID. Great Falls Daily Connection events for Wednesday, November 12th, 2025. It is open mic night at the Frontier Inn on the west side. And thank you to Kip for supporting our huge talent pool, and anybody's welcome to come over with their instrument, guitar, or piano and play with Willie Puffit. Now, that's Dustin Dabler and Mike Wolf and myself. Open mic night at the Frontier Inn tomorrow night, and Willie Puffit Thursday night at the Frontier Inn, by the way. Tomorrow night, 6 till 9, is the fundraiser for Toby's House Crisis Nursery and Black Eagle at the Black Eagle Community Center. Includes baked potato, green beans, and a New York steak dinner. $30 per person, $2.50 for a table of 8, includes a bottle of wine. All ticket sales donated back to Toby's House Crisis Nursery, and that is to help out with Toby's House. They had an accident and some structural damage. Thursday is November 13th, and they're going to chop hunger. Broke Axe Throwing presents a spaghetti red feed, a benefit for Operation Giving Spirit at the Elks Lodge, 500 First Avenue South, and that starts from 5 till 7 in a silent auction going on. Thursday is Business After Hours, hosted by Calumet at the Black Eagle Community Center, starting at 4 o'clock, a chance to connect and network and unwind, enjoy great company, and you're invited. Delicious food from Electric City Catering, and an inside look at Calumet's work and impact in our community. The Nutcracker at the Mansfield Theater, 7 o'clock Thursday night. You can give the gift of a spectacular holiday experience yourself. Get your tickets over there at the Civic Center box office. Friday, November 14th, is the Crosstown game with CMR and Great Falls High. Not Green Day at the Newberry. The Lucky Valentines at the Celtic Cowboy at 6. The Friday Night Blues Festival, 111 Central Avenue at the Keltergeist, with the 49th Street Blues Project and Curulin Blues opening. $5 cover at the door. You can reserve a table for 4 in advance for $30. The CMR Theater Program presents the Addams Family at Bill Williamson Auditorium at CMR High School. That's coming up this weekend, Friday and Saturday, and next weekend, showtime at 7:30. Matinee performances coming up Saturday at 2 p.m. Admission $10 per person. Tickets online or at the CMR box office. And for your Saturday, remember the Ulm School Christmas Bazaar and Scholastic Book Fair. Free entry at number 6 Ulm Vaughan Road in Ulm this Saturday. Now, today's Tuesday. As we get closer, we'll find out what those events for Saturday and beyond. Well, that's a look at what's going on for our events. And now here's the rest of the news. 2 pictures. I don't know if you heard about this. 2 pictures on the Cleveland Guardians. Are you a Cleveland Guardians fan? Neither am I. But they have been indicted for rigging their pitches in order to influence the gambling wagers and cash in. Wow. You know, they wouldn't have the incentive to gamble if they would just give them a living wage. New research involving 3,000 people finds those who binge drank in their late teens and early 20s achieved higher success and income levels later in life. Yeah, I'm looking at myself in my 20s too. Plus, when they achieved a success and they had a champagne, they didn't have to throw up all over themselves. And finally, in the rest of the news with a heaping dash of profanity, Chef Gordon Ramsay said he would never allow or create smaller portion menus in his restaurants for diners who would take weight loss like Ozempic and Mounjaro. Skinny customers who are medicated and don't want to eat. I guess that is a kitchen nightmare. Hey, I'll let you go with the Daily Connection quote of the day, and this is from Dale Carnegie, one of my favorite motivational speakers. The successful man or woman will profit from his or her mistakes and try again in a different way. So, as I start this show, and I made a couple of mistakes and I'm going along the way, I'm actually really excited for the future because, yes, we are going to start to get interviews and have people on here via Zoom or Google Meet or whatever it is. And your comments are welcome. Whatever you want to make this show of, if you want to do this as like a swap meet or buy and sell or anything like that, you want more local news or less local news, just want to get the hits or whatever, I don't know, just let me know. All right. It's brought to you by Harmony in the Falls Yoga Studio. Remember, their 8-week yoga course, and it's a really good deal. And let me put this back up for you to check out. It's $189, and what's included is the 90-minute workshop, a T-shirt. You get a T-shirt. Exclusive access up to 6 classes a week, 50 total hours, special pricing on monthly memberships, and especially the classes for you. If you said you're not flexible enough to do yoga, you can stick with. This class is for you. This is for everybody. It's the introduction to better living. Harmony in the Falls Yoga Studio. If you can breathe, you can do yoga. Once again, let me know what you think. comment below. I'd love to hear what you want this show to be. That's it for the Daily Connection. Be informed, live great, Falls Best Life. Steve Keller, back tomorrow for another edition. And until now and then, if I don't see ya, I'll see ya.